Good morning. Another late start at 7 o'clock. This morning, not because of gators, but because of chickens. I'm about a mile from this river ranch, and I don't think the chickens lay eggs there till 8:30 from kind of conflicting reports. I don't know. Some restaurants there are open. I guess they have several. Mondays and Saturdays or Fridays and something. Anyway, I don't know what's going to be open there, but I'm hoping for breakfast. Bacon, eggs, hash browns, sourdough, pancakes. I'm a wishful thinker. Other things were eating all night. I could hear, I think, coyotes parsing out a bird not too far from my tent. He was squawking and they were howling, so I'm assuming that's what was going on. Like I say, in Florida, you can eat whatever doesn't eat you first. So my goal after I leave River Ranch is to make it to Billy Goat Days, but I'm not exactly sure where they hold that, but I'm gonna have to get online and figure it out. I think I'm probably 125 miles from Oviedo, and I think it's around Oviedo they hold it, so that'd be 26 miles a day. I don't, depending on water, I don't think I'm going to do that, but maybe I can find somebody to pick me up if I get within 20 miles or so. I gotta study that out. Plus, I gotta have enough Wi-Fi or cell connection to maybe hook up with a trail angel to get me there. We'll see what happens. I don't have to go, but it sounds like it'd be kind of fun. So I just saw this buck in the trail, and I stood real still and got a still photo of him. By the time I switched to video, he cut his air hose, blew air out, took off in that direction. He finally got a whiff of me and figured out what I was. And I'm a thoroughly dangerous man. Morning, girls. It's not looking promising. I see chuck wagons and teepees, but I just talked to a cowgirl on a go-kart. Obviously she works here. She didn't know about a breakfast. She said there's a coffee shop with pastries, which is, I guess, better than a kick in the ass. She didn't know where I'd get my resupply box, so hopefully she doesn't know about breakfast either. Everybody's out here worried about alligators. Man, if the Seminole had only known about air conditioning, golf carts and teepees for that matter. Okay, glad to be out of the river ranch. Everybody is kind of like a glamping Disney World. Everybody's as friendly as Mickey, but they've got some real goofy prices. I had a $10 breakfast, which was a coffee and a egg McMuffin about the size of a silver dollar. And it did take 2 hours to find my box. But I did get there early and people were just opening up, and so they told me to go to the registration center, wait till 9, and when I got to the registration center at 9, they told me to go to the Mustang Center, where I did find it. The other thing I found out while I was there is that a new fast 65 watt charger I bought on Amazon has already blown out the 2 C ports on it. Luckily I still have the A port, but I can only charge one thing at a time, so I got like less than half a brick of charge there this morning. It's like hiking in Ireland. You have to go over fences on these ladders, but I'm just glad to get off the road. So I hate road walking for more reason than one, and I always walk into traffic. You know, a lot of my friends have biked all over the world, and I don't know how they do that without getting run over. So the reason I walk into traffic is I want to see what's coming, and that worked out for me this morning because coming out of River Ranch, some guy in a Tesla, I don't know what he was thinking. Instead of moving over across the yellow line and giving me a wide berth like a lot of courteous people do, he came over the white line onto the grass. I actually had to stick my pole out sideways to see if he wanted to get keyed, and he moved back. I don't know what he was thinking, but those are the kind of idiots you got to watch out for when you're road walking. It's not just the pavement pounding, it's the nut behind the wheel. Cattle egrets. You know how to tell? So I just came off the worst section of the Florida Trail so far. I'm back in a nice wet prairie. Give me a wet prairie to a train of Peterbilts any day. So shortly after River Ranch, you hit Highway 60. You got 5 miles of heavy truck traffic trying to blow your hat off. It does have a wide paved shoulder and a mowed grass shoulder, so you face traffic, you can get out of the way. And when you see those big monsters coming, yeah, now this is Florida. So I'm coming into a hammock out of, probably 2-3 miles of prairie, wet prairie. And, a lot of people think that these wet prairies are going to be muddy, but that one was, mid-calf to knee deep and good solid footing underneath. 90% of this water hiking is you've got good solid footing underneath you. It's not all muck. Some of the muckiest parts have been non-water areas. Anyway, there's 1.5 miles to a campground that I think PJ that's behind me is hoping to stay at and hoping it's dry. I'm gonna try and burn more daylight. Might eat dinner there. Godwin Hammock. Got a picnic table, fire ring, some benches. Look at there. If it wasn't dry, you could sleep up on that. I think PJ who's behind me has got a freestanding. There's a pump. Looks like some priming water. I think we're gonna eat dinner here for sure. See if it's gonna rain or not. Not sure what I'm gonna do. Sprinkle it a little bit. I just checked the weather radar and it doesn't show anything big. I'd like to make another 2.5 miles. It says there's a hammock. Should be dry up ahead, so have to decide after I eat. Okay, we're gonna call it a day. Beat the rain. Found this little oak hammock here, nice and dry. Surrounded by wet prairie, but dry in here. Found a little hidey hole. And I'm gonna get an early start in the morning. So this is the end of day 15. And I'm gonna pick it up a little tomorrow. Start hiking early in the dark again and try and make it to Billy Goat days at least for Saturday night. If I could walk in late Saturday even, that'd be good. We'll see. Just take it a day at a time. So job one at night is to get your dogs nice and clean. Don't bring any sand in your tent. When you put your wet socks and boots on in the morning, you're gonna deal with that. Now there's no water around here, so I can't wash these socks out tonight, but there's plenty of sand in them. But that'll be the first thing I do when I find a water source tomorrow. I mean, I'm walking in water all the time, but you gotta take your boots off, wash them out, wash your socks out, and then just start over for another day of collecting debris in your boots and your socks. But dry those dogs out at night and let them air out all night. Keep them healthy.